Hello, boys and girls. It's Grandma Shell. How are you? Gonna read another book. This one snaps about alligators and crocodiles. You want to hear it? Let's do it. It's by Melvin Gilda Berger. Scholastic book. Another one we checked out from the library. Lumpy and bumpy. A giant alligator floats in the water. You can hardly see its body. Most of it is hidden. You might think it's lumpy, like a bumpy and lumpy log. Look carefully. Can you spot the alligator's eyes? They stick up above the water. They let the alligator see all around. See, it kind of looks like a log. It's bumpy, but right there's its eyes. The alligator's nostrils stick up above the water. That's a very good thing. The alligator can breathe and hide under the water at the same time. The alligator lies still. Can you lay still? Lay down really still and be hiding. It waits and watches. In a while, a very large fish swims by. Suddenly, the alligator flips open its huge jaws. Snap! It catches that fish with its many sharp teeth. The fish tries to break free, but the alligator holds on tight. Look at that. Grossing, huh? Ugh, see the fish hanging out of his mouth? Ugh. Soon the fish stops wiggling. The alligator juggles the fish around its jaws. It gets the fish into the right place for swallowing. The alligator jerks back its head, and the fish slides down his throat. Ugh. The alligator swims to the riverbank, and it slowly climbs out of the water. It walks on its 4 short legs. Its long tail drags behind. See, he's crawling. He's getting out of the water because his tummy's full. He doesn't need to eat anymore. He needs to rest. Suppose you happen to walk by. You might think the alligator is a crocodile. The animals look much alike. So how can you tell an alligator from a crocodile? Chapter 2. They're alike, but different. The alligator has a long, lumpy and bumpy body. So does a crocodile. The alligator has 4 short legs, sharp teeth, and long, strong tail. So does the crocodile. So those are not the way you can tell them apart, because you could see them and you wouldn't know the difference. They're both lumpy and bumpy. They both have a long, sharp tail, a strong tail. They have sharp teeth. So, alligators and crocodiles are not exact lookalikes. They have different noses or snouts. The alligator has a wide, rounded snout. See that? And it looks like the letter U. The crocodile's snout comes to a point. It looks more like the letter V. How would you remember that? Alligator, U, crocodile, V. There's another important difference, and it's in the 4th tooth on the bottom jaw. And I don't know about you, but I won't get a good look at that 4th tooth because I don't want to be near. In both animals, this tooth is extra long, but the tooth fits inside the alligator's upper jaw. And it sticks up outside the crocodile's jaw. So, this 4th tooth right here, it sticks outside the jaw in the crocodile. But in the alligator, you can't see it because it's inside the mouth or the jaw. Crocodiles usually are longer than alligators. They can also outswim alligators. Most crocodiles weigh more too. That may be why they are better fighters, because they're heavier. Look at that. Is that amazing? Whew. Those are ferocious looking. Wow. Alligators and crocodiles often wait quietly for their dinner. They lie hidden in the water, and they wait for animals they want to eat. Do you play hide and seek? You know how it is to hide. Well, that's what alligators and crocodiles do. Both alligators and crocodiles live in lakes, swamps, and rivers. But alligators live only in the southern United States or in China. You can find crocodiles all over the world. Chapter 3, Mothers and Babies. It's spring. The alligators and crocodiles are starting to build their nests. Their nests are on land, but they are always near water. The female alligator shoves with her hind legs. She scoops grass, twigs, and leaves into a big heap. Look at that. She's scooping them into a heap. Look at that heap, how big it is. Soon she has a huge nest, and it may be as big as a king-size bed, and it may be as tall as a first grader. And the alligator then crawls all over the nest, and she packs it down with her heavy body. And the crocodile usually makes a more simple nest. She just digs a hole in the sand, or she makes a pile of twigs, grass, and mud. So they're different in the way they give a life for their babies. The female alligator or crocodile lays from 12 to 60 eggs in her nest. The eggs are white. They look like the eggs you buy in a store, but they're bigger. See them right there? They look like the eggs you buy in a store, but that's the nest. That's the one that's kind of in the muddy grass. The female does not sit on the eggs. The sun warms the nest, and the female keeps guard. She watches out for bears, skunks, and lizards. These are some of the animals that eat crocodile and alligator eggs. Sometimes an animal tries to steal some of her eggs, and the mother attacks. Most enemies will run away. The mother's sharp teeth and powerful jaws are very scary. See, he was thinking about snacking on the eggs, but she's scaring him away, so he won't get her eggs. 2 or 3 months pass, and the mother hears chirps from inside the eggshells. That tells her that the eggs are ready to hatch. She digs the eggs out from the nest, and she helps the babies break out of their shells. Aw, look at how cute. It's in the shell breaking out. The little baby dangerous crocodile or alligator. Ooh, look at that. He looks scary already. His teeth aren't formed, you can see that. But they're kind of ferocious. Sometimes the babies crawl into the mother's mouth, and then she gently carries them to the water. And then she opens her mouth, and out they crawl. The female alligator or crocodile seems to be a good mom. She stays close to her babies for a year or more. The mother protects her babies. If an enemy comes close, she hisses or roars. That's what mommies are for, is for protecting their babies. And they help them learn and grow. Look at that. She's carrying her baby. She's not eating the baby. She just has it carefully in her mouth, and she's going to open her mouth and let it set free in the water. The mother gives her babies piggyback rides. She lets them sit on her head, but she does not feed them. The babies must find their own food. Here they are, on her head. He has to find his own food. So cute. There they are. He's on his mommy growing. Luckily for them, babies have full sets of teeth. They are like tiny needles. The babies use them to catch small fish, tadpoles, flies, moths, and beetles. See their little mouth? Yeah. The baby alligators and crocodiles grow very quickly. Some gain about a foot a year for 6 years. Suppose you grew that fast. You'd be around 7 feet tall. Look at that. They grow fast. See how he's almost as big as his mommy already? Crazy, huh? We don't grow that fast. Chapter 4, Day and Night. Alligators and crocodiles nap on and off all day. Sometimes they sleep in the water. Other times they rest on riverbanks. The alligators and crocodiles lie in the sun. Their thick skin collects the rays. The sun warms their bodies. Alligators and crocodiles are cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals must get their heat from outside their bodies. Without outside heat, the animals move very slowly. So alligators and crocodiles live in warm parts of the world, and they bask in the sunlight. And when they get too hot, the animals head for the shade. Sometimes they go back into the water. See? That's a giant alligator or a crocodile. He's got a U-shaped nose. Alligators and crocodiles must look for the animals to eat. These animals are called prey, not that kind of prey. Fish, birds, turtles, frogs, and raccoons are their favorite prey. So are large animals such as pigs, deer, dogs, sheep, and cows. We're looking for prey. There's a bird. I can't tell what he ate in that picture. Something gross. I don't even want to know. Suppose a crocodile spots a wildebeest. Sorry about that. Suppose a crocodile spots a wildebeest crossing a river. The crocodile clamps its jaws down on its prey. Snap! The wildebeest cannot escape. Sometimes the crocodile grips the wildebeest in its jaws. It drags the wildebeest under the water. The wildebeest drowns. Then the crocodile tears it apart, and the crocodile swallows its pieces whole without chewing. Ugh! Alligators and crocodiles usually eat their prey in the water. Special flaps of skin keeps their water out as they eat. Other flaps cover their ears and nostrils. See? Gonna eat that wildebeest, take it down, tear it apart, eat it. Oh, and gross. I would choke. Alligators and crocodiles also have extra eyelids. They protect the animal's eyes underwater, yet the animal can still see. The teeth of the alligator and crocodiles are special. The front ones are very sharp. Check out those chompers. Those are some sharp teeth. Look at the eyes. The animals use those teeth for catching and holding their prey. The teeth are in the back are short and blunt. Alligators and crocodiles use them to get the food in place before they swallow. Alligators and crocodiles may lose many teeth. Some get knocked out by their prey. Others become worn and fall out. Alligators may lose 3,000 teeth in a lifetime. Can you imagine if you went through 3,000 teeth? Yikes! That's a lot of tooth fairy visits. But the new teeth are growing and all the time. One tooth falls out and a new one pops up to take its place. Alligators and crocodiles look slow and lazy, but they swim very fast. When they're chasing prey, an alligator or crocodile can top 20 miles an hour. That's almost 5 times the speed of the fastest human swimmer. And on land, they can run only half as fast, so they need the water. There he is swimming. He's just kind of floating. Believe it or not, alligators and crocodiles have good manners. Let's say, really? So let's say a crocodile catches a cow. It tears off a chunk of flesh, and it swims away to enjoy its meal. Other crocodiles swim over, and they rip into the cow. In a while, the first crocodile returns, but it waits its turn to eat again. Alligators and crocodiles do not eat every day. Once a week is more usual. Some can go without food for as long as 2 years. How can they go so long without eating? They store lots of fat in their bodies, and most of their fat ends up in their tail. Look at his tail. It looks heavy. It's even making him way down far. You see that? Kind of like sinks him. Dun, 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 dun. The page is having a hard time turning. Chemicals in their stomachs break down the food alligators and crocodiles eat. This helps the animals digest what they swallow. Remember, alligators and crocodiles do not chew their food. They swallow it whole, right? Alligators and crocodiles also swallow pebbles, like rocks, stones. It's not because pebbles taste good. They just help the animals float just under the surface of the water, and they keep them out of sight. That's tricky. Look, that's where he's munching again. It helps him float. See? And that bird's going to perch on him. He thinks he's a perch. Some birds are safe around crocodiles. Among them are white herons and plovers. They often ride on top of alligators and crocodiles. The birds pick at the tiny bugs that they find there. So there's tiny bugs that live on alligators and crocodiles. The plover may even hop into a crocodile's mouth. It acts like a toothpick and picks out its teeth. Isn't that crazy? The plover picks out bits of food from between the crocodile's teeth, and the plover gets something to eat, and then the crocodile gets a clean tooth. It's almost like a hygienist. Chapter 5, All in the Family. Alligators and crocodiles are cousins. They belong to a family of animals called crocodilians. The crocodilian family also includes geraldas and caiman. Gharials are sometimes called gavials. They look most like crocodiles. Gavials only live in Asia. Those are some tricky words for me. I never even heard those words before. And now you know about them, and you're little. Caiman look more like alligators. They live in warm parts of North America and South America. Crocodilians have a very old family. They lived at the time of the dinosaurs. That was over 200 million years ago, they say. Look at that. Today there are two kinds of alligators, the American alligator and the Chinese alligator. They live thousands of miles apart, but they look very much alike. The American alligator has a huge tail. It is sometimes a powerful weapon. One blow can kill a large enemy, and it can even kill a human being. So watch out for that dangerous tail. The Chinese alligator is smaller than the American alligator. This animal is rare. There are only about 500 left in the world. There are 12 different kinds of crocodiles. The American crocodile lives mostly in Florida and Central America. It is far less common than the American alligator. The saltwater crocodile of Asia and Australia is the biggest of all crocodilians. One used to live in Australia's National Zoo. It weighed more than a ton. 1 ton. The Nile crocodile lives in Africa. Some Africans call it the animal that kills while smiling. Nile crocodiles actually harm more people than lions do. Isn't that crazy? I never even knew that. They harm more people than lions do? Wow. Crocodilians are amazing creatures. Their ancestors walked with the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs died out millions of years ago. Yet the crocodiles are still there. Let's hope they're here to stay. Look at that. Is that a butterfly? It's a butterfly on his nose. How cute is that? Crocodiles and alligators. What a fun book. I hope you liked it. Take care. Have a great day.